That's why I only get the low information, low IQ skeptics and trolls on my stage. I don't get the mature, intelligent atheists, if there are any on TikTok. Yeah, I don't say this to boast of myself, but they are afraid. They are literally afraid. You see, this is what happens when you talk with a couple of thousand atheists over 14 years. You learn how they think better than they even understand their own thinking on that topic. Okay? You learn to ask surgically sharp questions that bring clear perspective to the issue rather than it being clouded by their cliches and slogans. Con man, do you accept God as your creator? Con man, are you there? Yeah, when you get your mic working, send another invite. Well, actually, Homelander, you do actually care if there's a God. You just lie and say you don't care, because you don't want to spend eternity in hell. But at the same time, you don't want to humble yourself and turn to God for salvation through Christ. So you just gaslight yourself by going, "Oh, I don't care." You actually do care. So once again, my fellow believers who are listening, here we can boldly proclaim that the Christian worldview is absolutely true. It's objectively provable, and it cannot be rationally refuted. Right? This is why we don't get any serious opposition from TikTok atheists. Welcome, Conman. Is your microphone working? Yeah, your microphone is not working. I'm not going to keep on bringing you up if your microphone isn't working. Why? Because he's entirely holy and just. Asking that question, you're caricaturizing and strawmanning God as just a monolith of love rather than God is perfect in all respect. What you should really ask the question is, why would a God who is perfect in all respects, including holiness and justice and righteousness, you should ask the question, why would he not send them to hell? So your question is malformed because it's being asked from the perspective of a caricature of God. God is not simply a monolith of love. He is perfect in terms of all of his attributes. And because he is perfect in all of his attributes, he must adjudicate evil. You see, on the one hand, people whine, bitch, and complain that God is temporarily allowing evil within the course of his plan of redemptive history. And they bitch, whine, and complain that God is not stopping some evil. But then when God has an appointed time to adjudicate all evil, and he adjudicates that, people then whine, bitch, and complain that he adjudicates evil. So it just goes to show you the screwball thinking, the intellectual bankruptcy of those people who try to question God. It's one thing to have questions about God. It's an entirely different matter to question God. It's actually a form of insanity because there's no rational basis to question the perfection of God. No, I didn't mute you. In fact, there was sound coming on your microphone because your icon flashed with the blue border Why don't you try coming up again? Try quitting the app and then come back in again. Okay. Well, you see, this is all we've got, are atheists just invoking slogans that they can't defend, and sarcasm and ridicule. Okay, fine. God's going to let you gaslight yourself until your heart stops, and then it's going to be too late. Go ahead, con man. Yeah, your microphone is not working.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Oh, I see the problem. That was weird.
Okay. What was the problem?
I don't know. I went on my settings and I turned everything up, and I guess now you can hear me.
Okay. Do you accept God as your creator?
No.
Okay, can you tell me why God doesn't exist?
I guess because I can't necessarily prove to you that what I'm experiencing is reality. So I just kind of have to
answer to the
base
question. How is it that God does not exist?
because I can't prove that he's real.
Okay. How old are you?
18.
Okay. Thank you for answering. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So if I can't prove something, does that mean it doesn't exist?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, stop right there. Therefore, you're reasoning that God does not exist because you can't prove him. And by the way, how do you know God can't be proven?
Well, I feel like if there was a God, I wouldn't be able to understand him.
Of course you couldn't understand God if God was real. That doesn't mean that we because we don't have an exhaustive knowledge of God does not mean that you couldn't have a partial knowledge of God.
But then, like, how would you, someone that's like a human just like me, know that there is God when we have the same limitations?
You do know there's a God. You're just pretending that you don't know by repeating to yourself and to others unbelieving slogans that are not substantive and justifiable upon examination. You do know that God exists, and I will tell you, here's why you know. Either the world is emblematic of ultimate design and intentionality or not. Do you agree with that?
Could you rephrase that? Because I'm having trouble understanding.
Either the world is emblematic and indicative of ultimate design and intentionality or not.
I thought we weren't using slogans.
Goodbye, dumbass.
What?
Yeah, if you're going to come up here and you're low information, low IQ, don't bother coming up, okay? If you taunt in the chat, you're going to get blocked. So Jish, welcome to my block list. Bye, Jish. All right, let's see who else was taunting in the chat. Yelly, welcome to my block list. Bye. I do not tolerate trolling in my chat, okay? Goodbye, Brian. You are correct. I do block a lot of people because I have high standards for my chat. Well, so again, we have no intelligent opposition in the whole world of TikTok. There aren't any intelligent atheists that want to come up and have a conversation. Okay. All we get, no, you're not coming up here. You're low IQ. I don't have to agree with you, but if you show you have low IQ, then I'm not going to talk with you. Welcome. What's your name? Udally?
Yeah, you can just call me Tony, man.
Yeah, get closer to your microphone, please.
Oh, my fault. I have headphones on.
Hold on a
Let me take
second.
them
No,
off.
I do not block everyone, but I'm going to block you, for lying. Okay, I only block people that are trolling and antagonizing in the chat or on the stage. So goodbye, sir. You're done. I do not
There you go.
tolerate
Is this
people
better?
antagonizing me in the chat. I do not tolerate people trolling. Those are the people who get blocked. Okay, go ahead, Udally.
Yeah, can you hear me better now, or is
Yeah,
it?
just speak a little louder.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, man, don't you got like grandkids to talk to or something?
Okay, welcome to my block list. Every time I block a
You
mental
got grandkids, don't you, boy?
great
Go
deal
ahead,
of-
talk to your grandkids, homie.
Goodbye,
Go
little
ahead, talk.
boy. Tell your baboon parents they didn't civilize you. No, how am I being racist, Brandon? And if you don't come up and defend that statement, I'm blocking your account. So come on up, Brandon. Brandon, if you don't come up and defend your statement, I'm blocking your account. Okay, bye, Brandon. When you slander me, you get blocked. Yeah, TikTok is not sending their finest, folks. No, I said nothing of racist. I simply likened his parents to an animal group because he was acting in an uncivilized way and slandering me. No, excuse me. He didn't slander you, just being uncivilized. No, I'll tell you, the skeptics that I run into are among the dumbest of human beings that I encounter. Now, certainly not all, okay? I have no idea what his skin color was. How would I know that? No, I think ad was I blocked the account for trolling. Yeah, if you troll in the chat, you're either going to get muted or you're going to get blocked. No, con man, you're not coming up. You don't have enough brain cells. I'm not